Alrighty guys, what is going up? Welcome back to another episode. In today's video, I really want to talk about the top 5 REITs to buy in 2021. Now, all these REITs definitely carry a lot of short and long-term potential, but overall, there is still some risk involved. So we're going to be breaking down pretty much everything you need to know for investing in REITs, and I'm going to be giving you guys my top 5. So I hope you guys enjoy it. If you get anything in value, hit that like button and subscribe. If you guys have any questions or concerns, go ahead and ask them down in the comments. And if you guys want to learn more about investing in the stock market, go ahead and check out my course, and you guys can use promo code DIVIDENDS to get 50% off. Also, don't forget to go ahead and check out my merch line. You guys can see I have anything from fanny packs, hoodies, pretty much everything, and it's super sweet. So make sure you guys check that out. That'll be the second link down below. So now, REITs, here we come. Roll that intro. Let's go. Bam. So now, for those of you that don't know what REITs are pretty much real estate ETFs. So these companies go out and buy different real estate properties, and when you buy part of that REIT, you own a very, very small percentage of that real estate. And as the tenants pay their lease, you guys get a little bit of that money in the forms of dividends. Now, what's fantastic about REITs is by law, they have to pay 90% of the taxable income from these real estate properties to their investors in the forms of dividends. Now, this is fantastic because you can pretty much count on cash flow coming in, so it's a fantastic way to compound your money. Not to mention, REITs are a fantastic way to get in the real estate market without putting up hundreds or thousands of dollars, like if you wanted to buy a house or an apartment complex. These REITs make it more affordable to get in that market, but on the stock market. It's pretty cool. So now that we have a pretty good understanding of what a REIT is, the next step is talking about the top 5 REITs that I would recommend. So let's go. Alrighty guys, so the very first one here is PSA. This is Public Storage. Now, Public Storage, a lot of people don't think of it as a REIT, but it is. It has multiple locations, and they will rent out their storage unit, and then as the customer pays their storage unit, you get a little bit of that money in the form of dividends here. $8 every single year, $2 a quarter. That's fantastic, and you can compound your money very, very fast. So I do think another thing, beginner, dividend, and REIT investors should always make sure they have a broker that offers DRIP, dividend reinvesting. You guys can see the reason why is because you will make a ton of money in the long term. I think it's fantastic for beginners, and this stock does have some resistance here at $265, support here at around $183, and I think a fantastic strategy for most of these. Dollar cost average them. Most of these will have fantastic fundamentals and very, very strong dividend payments. And I do think the overall demand for public storage is overall going to continue to increase, which is fantastic. That means more money coming in with the business, and hopefully more money that's going back to investors here. Now, the second one here, I think every dividend and REIT investor knows is O, ticker symbol O, Realty Income Corp. Now, the reason why a lot of people love this is because it pays a fantastic dividend. Not to mention, it pays a monthly dividend. So instead of waiting a quarter every 4 months, with most REITs, this pays a monthly dividend. So every month you can compound your money and pretty much count on cash flow coming in. You can compound your money very, very fast here. You guys can see before the whole overall crash, the stock had a solid upward trend, hitting highs at 84, sold off, hit lows here at 38, got bought up, and really has just been consolidating from 57 all the way up to 55. I do think that's a fantastic, entry and exit if you guys want to swing trade it, but I do think this would be a perfect one to hold for the long term. I think it's just a matter of time before we get a rebound, and my 21 price target for this would be around $75 to $80 a share by late 2021. So I do think it could easily hit that. We just got to get people back out because this company owns multiple locations of 7-Eleven, Walgreens, and a lot of those, so brick and mortar stores. So I do think with the overall lockdowns, this one did get majorly affected, and the company did have to take on a little bit of long-term debt to get through that rough time. And I do think that another fantastic strategy for the dollar cost average this one all day long, because I do think within the next couple of years, this one would be a fantastic one to get in on. Now, this one here is probably one of the most expensive ones here that we're going to look at. This is ticker symbol EQIX. Now, the reason why this is different than public storage and realty income is because this is an overall data company that has these massive warehouses with these data computers in it. So I do think it's a REIT, but it's a little bit of a tech REIT. It's really, really interesting. I do think it pays a fantastic dividend, growing dividend. Most dividends in 2020 did get cut, but this one actually got increased, which is phenomenal because as dividend investors, we love when a company will increase their dividends. And this one did. You guys can see it used to pay a $2.46 dividend, and now it pays a $2.66 dividend every single quarter. Fantastic. But the thing about it is it still is a little expensive, trading at around $754 a share, but it does have some support here at around $700, resistance here at around $840. So I do think it's just a matter of time before we hit those highs again. And I do think the overall demand for data is just going to get larger, which is phenomenal. Now, this next one here is a very, very similar company, ticker symbol DLR. This is Digitally Realty Trust. You guys can see it does have some resistance here at around, that $160 mark. More support here at around $130. It does trade pretty volatile, up and down at pretty rapid rates. You guys can see these huge candlesticks, which is a little different and a little odd for a REIT, but I do think it doesn't matter because we are long-term investors, and these volatility swings, honestly, we can use that to our advantage and get in on some good prices. But I do think it has a solid upward trend. $1.12 dividend every quarter. It's fantastic. And I do think it's a very similar one to EQIX with the overall data and computers. I think we're getting more and more dependent on those. So I do think that's a fantastic REIT to get into. All the fundamentals of this one here are very good here. Now, the last and final one here that I want to talk about is AMT, American Tower Corp. Now, this one's a little different than honestly all the other ones that we talked about. The reason why is because this company will actually go out and purchase locations that cell towers are at. And as the tower needs to run and the company that owns the tower will actually just pay this company here to almost like lease their land. It's very, very interesting. I do think this is a fantastic dividend. You guys can see we did get that major sell-off all the way down to about this 90 moving average line, which this stock has a tendency to use it as some support. You guys can see with that major fall, got bought up, and then we did get that sell-off again. I do think we'll get bought up again. So I do think this one right now is temporarily undervalued, and I highly recommend it. So the last REIT here that I want to talk about is a real estate ETF. So this is a REIT within a REIT. It's very, very interesting. This is a Vanguard real estate ETF. So Vanguard actually will have a ton of awesome REITs in their ETF, fantastic holdings. So it's pretty much just like investing in the general real estate market. The perfect part about this and the fantastic part about this is you get diversification, and it has a very, very low expense ratio, which is phenomenal. And you guys can see the stock did get hit very, very hard, trading at almost $100, sold all the way off to about $55, and now is just slowly working its way back up at around $88 a share. This one does pay a fantastic dividend too, so it's phenomenal for dividend and REIT investors. And this one here is just perfect for pretty much everybody because it has almost every holding you can think of. So that is it though. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. And if you did, hit that like button and subscribe. If you guys have any questions or concerns, go ahead and ask them down in the comments. And if you guys want to learn more about investing in the stock market, go ahead and check out my course, and don't forget to check out my merch. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Remember to stay happy, stay positive, and stay safe out there. Take care. Bam.